Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Well, you might have noticed that things are set up a little differently today. Well, that's because we have a guest. Corrie Befort has joined us, and she leads dance. I'll let her explain kind of what we're doing today when we get to that part of the service. I need to make sure I'm in the shot. I also wanted to introduce Brody Collins. Everybody wave to Brody. We're very glad you're here. I especially am very glad you're here. So it's Brody's first day, everybody. Which reminds me, I need to make sure the Zoom people can hear me. Yes, they can. So please be nice to him. So today I've asked him just to run the cameras and the slideshow. So there will probably be some wonky sound things just because of the nature of a lot of movement, so you can blame those on me. I will happily take that on. Okay, let me get back to the script here. All right, good morning and welcome to our Sunday worship service. My name is Sam Welsh and I will be your celebrant this morning. So I am not new to UU, but I've been serving this congregation since 2019, and then I've been the full-time kind of music and tech guy for about 3 years now. So I'd like to extend a very special welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first time. We are glad you're here. If you've come in person, you should have received a welcome packet with an information card. If you fill that out and drop it in the offering basket, we'll be in touch to support you in finding your way into our community. Likewise, if you're joining us online, there's a link on the website to an electronic version of that same card. Our welcoming committee members have yellow name tags and they can answer any questions or point you to additional resources and information. So whether you're new or not, please consider staying for coffee and conversation after the service, either downstairs in the fellowship hall or in one of the breakout rooms on Zoom. So those of you on Zoom, just to wait a second, because I haven't showed Brody how to do that yet. So don't run away right after the service. Okay, now let's say our words of welcome together. Nice. Whether this is your first or your 1000th Sunday with us, now we will take a moment to say hello across the technical divide. First, we're going to show the people joining us on Zoom. If you are at home, please turn on your camera. Now, people at home, wave. Nice job. Now, people who are attending the service in our building, it's your turn to wave. Awesome. We'll get there, we'll get there. We do have a couple of announcements. So for those of you interested in scouting,
since 2019, we have been working to improve our facilities to better serve our congregation.
That's happening in just a second. Interested in scouting? The UUCP Navigators USA chapter meets every first and third Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. We focus on learning outdoor and life skills, volunteering in the community, and outdoor play. Navigators is open to ages 5 through 18. However, our current group of kids are between 6 and 10 years old. Membership and activity fees are pay what you can and require no uniforms or special equipment. If you're interested, please attend an info session after the service next Sunday, August 24th, in the third floor library. We hope to see you there. Okay, now we'll do the video. Yes.
Since 2019, we have been working to improve our facilities to better serve our congregation and welcome all. This video invites you to help finish that process by raising the final funds that we need.
We opened the new building. The RE program seems to be nothing but vibrant and growing. Each Sunday we welcome new families. The kids are thrilled to come to religious education classes. In fact, sometimes they won't even come into the sanctuary because they love these new rooms so much.
Included a family promise in the development of our space. I know Family Promise is so grateful to be in the space. Every time we have folks come to stay here with us who are transitioning, who are looking for a home to be more permanent, they appreciate having the showers here. They appreciate the space they can exist in. They appreciate the offerings to the kids for drawing and the games that are out and available. And
We've made a lot of progress on our historic building and the addition to it, and everything's looking great, but we need a little more help because we have siding that needs to be put on the building that's really old.
I invite you to help us move past the building project that we did. We have opened up our church to ourselves, to our community in so many ways. We are a resource for the entire area, and we are at a point where we're ready to pay off the loan. And it is time for all of us to come together again and complete this project for ourselves at this time and future generations. So I invite you to make a pledge.
Thanks go to all members and friends of the church who've donated so much to upgrade our buildings to be welcoming to all. We just need to raise this final $173,000. Pledge cards are at the rear of the sanctuary, or you can pledge online with this QR code. Thanks again.
Awesome. And thank you, David Nelson, for putting that video together. Here end the announcements, barring any last-second contributions. Okay, good. Onto our territorial acknowledgement. The land on which our church is built is part of the ancestral homeland of the Nimipu, the people, and mistakenly called Nez Perce, or pierced noses, by the French-speaking trappers and traders. We acknowledge the land is held in sacred kinship since time immemorial. The land and its people suffered immeasurable trauma brought by Euro-American society, and we are working with its resilient peoples to show respect and contribute to the healing and nurturing of this Hitewit Wetis, precious land, and all its peoples. Now we'll do our chalice lighting. Do we have anyone? That was my bad. I should have asked beforehand. In the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to see. Okay, so I just wanted to take a second and again introduce Corrie while Brody's setting up the next shot. Are you good? There she is. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Corrie, and I'm going to look familiar to some of you because I'm usually, maybe this congregation knows of me as the bassist for the Chelsea's band. So that's usually the hat I'm wearing. If you're like, why does she look familiar? That's it. And I get that. Am I not on? I'm not on. I also can project though, so Can you hear me? Oh,
There we are.
Probably not online. Should I say all that again?
Please.
Okay, I will say all of it again. I'm Corrie Befort. If I look familiar, it's probably because I've played for played for services frequently as the bassist for the Chelseas. So that's usually the hat I'm wearing when I'm here with you. But my real job, actually, is a dancer. That's what I've been all my life. And I'm here to move with you this morning. That's why we're in this weird setup. There are also in the congregation various people I dance with weekly in classes that I teach. So if you dance with me, sometimes would you raise your hand so that people know? There's Debbie and there's Jackie. I see you over the, yes, there you are too. Good. So some of the folks in this congregation also join me for classes. And Hannah and I also teach together, and Hannah is joining me today as well. The first question I have for all of you is a logistical one. Can you kind of see me? Like without craning? If you can't, just scoot your chair a little. And if you still really can't, there's also Hannah here who will be mirroring me in all things today. She will be imitating me. So if you can't see me and you can see Hannah, and that's a better vantage point, that's good too. So, and I tend to crane around to try to catch people too. So if you can't see me, just scoot yourself a little bit. Chairs are always a bit funny this way. I want you to take a moment to notice the way your body felt when I said we're going to be moving together today. Right? A slight panic, maybe? A little fear thrown in there. That's okay. I'm also clearly a little nervous to be in the hot seat up here as well, though I teach all the time. So with movement comes some sense of discomfort, I think. And we're going to be talking more about that today. I want to say that the kind of moving that we're going to be doing today is experiential rather than presentational. That's a very fancy way of saying it's more about what your body's feeling than showing off for anybody, right? Right? Yeah. You are going to be paying attention to your own experience. That is my hope for you today. And I'm also hoping that doing this today means you walk out of here feeling really good in your body, whatever that means for you. Okay? I'd like you to take a moment to notice the chair you are sitting in, right? Yes, these are our dancing partners today. And for some of us, they are a little high. And so I'd like you to move your body forward on the chair. And so maybe you can get your feet on the floor. That is not even going to work for all people. I recognize some of you are really perched up there. You've got this amazing, yeah, you could even tuck your feet up, right? But I would recommend moving forward on your chair so that your feet can rest on the floor. I would plant your feet nicely wide apart and take just a moment to feel yourself using your own spine, your own back, rather than the chair back to support you, using your abdominal muscles to hold you up, letting your shoulders open. Good. Letting the back of your neck open, letting your head glide on top of your body. Most of us keep our heads out here. I wonder why that is, right? All the things we do. Try to get your head, all that weight. That's a lot of weight we carry around every day. Having it in plumb with the rest of your body is important in terms of the ergonomics of your whole body, having your head right on top of your body. Good. Once you're here, just take a big breath in and fill the shape that is you. And then exhale. Take a few more breaths, just like this, feeling the length of your back, of your neck, and of your back. Feeling how your belly is gently moving to accommodate your breath. Now I'd like to invite you to bring your hands out in front of yourselves, and you can just look into your palms. These are the hands you've known your whole life. And if looking at them is less available, you can also rub your fingers, your thumbs, across the palms. Some of us have eyesight that doesn't let us see this close or this far, and rub, just give yourself a little tactile information in your palms. So you could scratch your palms a little bit. You could get your thumbs into your palms a little bit. Wake up your palms. Holding them open, let your gaze just rest in them. And now look out past your fingertips just by about an inch. Can you bring your gaze just out past your fingertips? Good. Lift your hands so that they're about at the level of your chest. Now let your gaze travel a little further, maybe about a foot out ahead of your hands. It's an imaginary mark about a foot ahead of your hands. Now let your gaze travel about 10 feet out in front of you. Now let your gaze go until it meets something or someone. I'm now seeing all the way to Hannah. And I don't know your name, but I can see you at this point because my gaze has gone that far. Right? Now let your gaze go even further. I'm now all the way back to Debbie. And now I'm reaching even further with my gaze. I can now see the back bench. Oh, I see some people I know back there too. Good. And now let your gaze go. I can look all the way out the window. You guys are going to have to look through that painting. Right? Send your gaze all the way out of the building. You can do it. It's a thing that you can imaginatively send your gaze beyond the walls. It's a magic trick we all are capable of. Send your gaze as far as you can. And now retract your gaze back to your palms. It's like zooming in real quick. And now send it out again, all the way out beyond the walls. And now zoom back into your palms. Good. And now let your palms travel with you. So I'm going to extend my palms and my gaze at the same time. All the way as far as if I could reach through the walls. And then back again, right, practically into my own lap, right? And now out again, out past the walls. And back into your own proximity. Very good. Now, just raising your head, turn your head to the right is where you get to figure out which way is your right. Turn your head to the right. Which way is right? You'll notice somebody next to you, right? And then turning your head to the left. Good. And now let your arms gradually open out to the sides and see the point at which you start to come into maybe contact with somebody near you. You don't have to touch anyone near you, but just notice that's we're all in each other's space now, what a dancer would call kinesphere, right? You're poking somebody else's bubble, in other words, right? Good. We are also aware now that we have the capacity of whacking somebody if we did this too fast, right? Let's not do that, right? Let's bring it back into the middle again. And again, opening it out and noticing, okay, there's a moment of tangle, there's a moment of under and over. We could use our gaze to make sure that that's controlled, right? And back in again. And one last time, opening out, this time with a little more assurance. We know where we are with our fellow dancers. Very good. Good. And bringing it back in. Good. And Sam, can we bring the sound down so that we can make our own sound for a moment? So we're going to do some singing in a moment. We're going to do a hymn. And weirdly, it's a hymn you all did last week. I chose it not knowing this. And I don't know how it applies to dragons, which I guess was last week's theme, but it really applies to this. And what I like is that because you did it last week, you're going to be super confident singing it this week. I think. I hope I am. Anyway, what I want us to do is prepare for singing, though. So we're going to hum. We're going to hum. And maybe we find the same note. Maybe we find a harmony. Maybe we find a dissonance. We're going to hum. I'm going to give you an indication of whether we're going to be louder or quieter and when we're going to end with my hands, right? So, and you can find different notes at different times. You can take breaths and return to the humming. I will start. You can match my note or not, all right? Let's turn this into an ah. We're ready, Sam.
All right. Great.
Myself back on again. In just a moment, some little people can exit, but before you exit, can I invite you to do one more thing with us? Because we need your help for this, actually, because you know more about this, actually, than most of, well, maybe, I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Who here has been to a baseball game, ever? Okay. Oh, I should do, yep, okay, good. I see you up there, too. Good, good. So that means we all know what a wave is, right? We all know what a wave is. So if I start like, if I went like this, if I went like that, I'm not going to ask you to jump up. I just go like this, and I want it to go that way. Let's try it. I'm going to start. It's going to go this way. Up you there in the high bleachers and the nosebleeds. You know what you're doing too, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start. It's going to go that way. Here we go. Woo, good. Okay, that was very good. All right, impressive. So once you've done it, your hands can come back down again. We're going to do it again. Ready? Same way. Here it comes again. Ooh, you getting ready? I gotcha. Oh, very good. How fast can you go? Woo! Good. How slow can we get it to go? This is where we get a little more advanced than baseball waves. How slow can we get it to go? Huh? Oh, so gorgeous. Do it one more time, even slower. Use your whole arm range. We're getting warm now, right? I'm going to start at slow motion wave. Beautiful, that was very good. Very good. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to do it a little bit differently in the sense that we did this motion before, right? Now, when it comes to you, you get to do whatever motion you want. So like this is a good one, right? This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Whatever you're feeling, no one's really watching you, so it's really kind of whatever you feel like, right? So I'm going to start it again. We'll go medium paced, but when it comes to you, it's whatever action you want, okay? Oh, yeah. Very good. Let's do it again. There was there was a really good chicken dance that happened down here. It made me very happy. You can steal that. We're going to do it one more time. You can steal that. Ready? You can thief it. Yes, you can. If you saw something you liked, you can steal it. Ready? I'm going to do that one, actually. On to you. You up there. Oh, very beautiful. Good. Excellent. Not bad. Okay, we've done that. We've done that one. All right, here's our next task. This week, yesterday specifically, we had rain. Did you get rain here? We got rain where I live. On my farm, we had rain. Yes, really, let's hear it for the rain, right? Oh, it was so nice. Divine moisture, it was so great. So we're going to create a thunderstorm together. So make sure your feet can touch the floor. Even those people who are small, get your feet on the floor because we're going to need you. We're going to start with the way that rain usually starts. So it's just a little wind. So just your hands on your lap, just a little stirring in the trees. Just your hands on your thighs, making a little wind. Maybe the wind picks up a little bit. Maybe there's a drop every once in a while. Oh, it's picking up. Best rainstorm ever. Thank you, guys. Thank you for staying for that. I really appreciate it. If children can stay for the rest of the time too, if they want, but thank you for helping us manifest that. It's great. We say a thing, don't we?
Let's sing them out with the Reeb benediction. Now let's take a moment to engage in the practice of generosity together. For those of you able to make a financial contribution, the logistics are on your screen. We typically give away all the cash from our Sunday offering to local charities whose missions align with our values, a program called the Month of Sundays. And I do not have this month's recipient in our script. Does anybody know? Okay. Little Free Pantry that's our own project where we have food that's available downstairs for members of the community. So to donate, please indicate month of Sundays on your check from the online drop-down menu. In the spirit of love and for the continuing work of this church, we will now take some time to practice generosity together. So in just a moment, Corrie's going to lead us through an exercise to physically embody joys and sorrows for this week. So before we do that, I would like to light a candle for Corrie Befort, who passed away yesterday morning. If you could go, yeah, there we go. Corrie died on Saturday, August 6, 2025, at the age of 106. She was able to live independently till a few weeks ago. She always saw the positive and lived life fully. In 1949, she was one of the founders and charter signers of this church and was a member ever since. During those 76 years, she was active in committees, on the board, and in many volunteer positions. She is dearly missed. Her celebration of life will be held September 10th at 1 p.m., I believe here at the UU Church. So in honor of Corrie, let's read the Litany of Remembrance together. And please respond to each stanza by saying, "We remember her." At the rising of the sun and at its going down, we remember her. At the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we remember her. At the opening of the buds and the rebirth of spring, we remember her. At the blueness of the skies and the warmth of summer, we remember her. At the rustling of the leaves and the beauty of autumn, we remember her. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember her. As long as we live, she too will live, for she is now a part of us as we remember her. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember her. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember her. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember her. As long as we live, she too will live, for she is now a part of us as we remember her. Thank you.
I'm going to teach you a little pattern, and you don't have to memorize it because I'm going to do it with you the whole time. So, start there. I'd like you to take one hand, I don't particularly care which, I'm not going to say left and right, and you're going to make a little circle above one knee, as if you're placing your hand on the surface of water, and you're just letting your hand glide over it. Good. On the other side, do the same thing, so you're just, oh, not quite yet, sorry. The other side, just try that for a minute. That's the first movement. Essentially is a circle on one side, and then a circle on the other side, on this surface that you've imagined, right? The next motion is as if you're scooping that same water, just scoop it with a hand, and then scoop it with the other hand, right? So the first motion is this little circle, glide, and another little circling glide, a scoop, and a scoop. So far, so good? Okay. The next action is, again, that first hand, you're going to press out. Just press out with the palm outward, and then press out with the other palm outward. Right? The last gesture is you just turn your palms to face each other, and you let them glide back toward your own self. Right? That is the entire motion. Now, I've been doing this very small, right? I've been doing a little tiny gesture with each, or just with my hands. What would happen if we made that into our whole arm? So now make a whole arm circle gliding over that pond. And now do the other side, one big circle. Now do a scoop that's the whole arm. And do a scoop that's the other whole arm. Now press away with that whole arm. Press away with that other whole arm. And then let your arms come back to drift down to your center. Good, just like that, that was beautiful. We're going to do the same motion with our legs. So we're going to do a little circle, and then we'll do another little circle with our feet. Now, everyone's got different mobility. I don't know how your body feels about this movement in terms of aches and pains. You do it to the size that feels good to you, right? So we do a nice circle again with our hand and our foot. Another nice circle, just gliding along the floor. Good. Now we're going to scoop, and you can do a little kick with that little scoop, a little kick with that scoop. Good. Then I'm going to send my arm out. I'm going to send my leg out. And they're resting on the floor, so I should be stable. They're just in a big like X, but where I'm still got my feet on the floor so you don't fall over. Good. Very good. And then I bring everything back in again. Now, we could go one step further, and I would like to invite you to try. What if you got your whole torso involved in this action? So you're really doing the whole action with your upper and lower body. Try it on the other side. What if your whole torso went along for the ride? Maybe even your head a little bit, right? You're scooping, and your whole body is scooping along with your arm and your leg, right? So your gaze may go up when you do that, right? And then I send out, and now my gaze really goes up, and my chest can open, and then I let it all shrink back into the middle. That was lovely. We are now going to do it with some lovely Bach, which many of you will probably recognize, having probably learned it in piano at some point, right? So let's do, but I'm gonna have this start over again because I started with my feet right away because I got really excited. We're just gonna start with just your hands. We'll start small and we'll build it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Okay. A little bigger. again smaller. Let's do it one more time. Whatever size you want. One last time, small. I think we're going to sing more, right? Yes. Sounds right to me too. We're singing around. We're singing around I sang as a child that I love. I sing with my mom.
So it's, okay, it's number 362 in the hymnal.
It's even in the hymnal.
But we're going to do it in a different key. So the version that we all know is honestly a little dreary. It's in C minor. Right, so let's maybe not. And we'll change it to G major. Okay, everybody. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Okay, good. We need to decide who's going to be what.
I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide right here. Everybody on this side is with me. Got it? Okay. Yes?
And these are my people.
And those are your people. So it goes rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. And I think that's when the second group begins. So it's after the first two lines.
So we start at by thy light. Yeah.
No. Yeah, show to us beauty, I think is when you begin.
Well, okay, in the sheet music.
Is that not right? Okay, let's do it your way. I want to do
No,
let's do it your way. Let's do it your way.
It's what's written in the hymnal.
Let's do it that way.
And I don't want to get in trouble with Jim, because he always points out where I'm wrong from the hymnal. So.
Which one is it then?
Let's do show us, because that makes sense, right?
Well, I don't know. Does it work?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it how it's written.
Yes. Which is which? I can't see.
We're going to start on the second line.
Okay, great.
Okay, we'll sing it all together one time, and then we'll split.
And then I'll start with my crew. Okay.
Rise, one, ready, go.
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty,
show to us
light
flame, by the light glowing, show to us beauty,
rise
vision,
up,
and
flame, by
rise
thy
up,
light glowing,
flame,
show
by
to
thy
us
light glowing,
beauty,
show
vision,
to
and
us
joy.
beauty, vision, and joy.
Beautiful. Yay!
Well, when all else fails, follow the directions.
Clearly. Is there a reading? I don't think there's a reading, is there? That's me.
It's on you.
It's on me now. Okay. Doing okay for time even. So, I think you maybe noticed when you came in that the theme of today is dance as resistance. Dance as resistance. Now, I didn't invent that. That was, they said, hey, Corrie, this is what the theme is. Would you come in and do something? And I said, great. But, and I love this concept, but I also want to point out our resistance to dance is also real, right? Did you feel it? Have you felt it at some point today? Even I feel it, and I've been dancing my whole life. I feel, in certain circumstances, resistance to dance. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that resistance. We all have resistance to something. But I wanted to bring it up because that same resistance is maybe what makes it, is like a key to why it's a potent and powerful thing in the world. There's something ungovernable about dance, right? And that's maybe what's a little problematic, just maybe what makes us feel self-conscious, I think. We don't have as much control as we'd like to have over our bodies. It's volatile. We might do something foolish or alarming or embarrassing or something when we're moving, right? Because in some ways, I feel like unintended things become visible when we move, right? They do. Some things come forward that we can't hide very easily. I feel like also our animal selves come forward a little bit, and those are definitely ungovernable and unpredictable and volatile, right? More is seen than we intend, and we can't control it with language because it's not of language. Unexplainable actions happen, and it becomes kind of for me, I've heard other people say this too, that it becomes kind of a radical thing because it really doesn't have controls placed on it. It's what our bodies can do. It's what happens, right? And even we can't control it very well. All this said, I think we all want to be tactile beings. I think we all want that. I don't know, does anyone in here not want to be a tactile feeling human? I don't think raise a hand if you don't want to be, right? Yeah, there's not a lot of hands up. I mean, to be deadly serious, we need to be tactile humans. We need it. Moving is living. Everything that is moving is living, and things that are living are moving. That is just necessary for us. And that the understanding that we have through touch and through contact, through the present time, through presence in space. We mechanically need it. Our bodies need it to stay healthy, obviously. We need it. We've always probably being told by your doctors all the time, well, move more, get more exercise, whatever. Or if you move a lot, they say things like, well, take care of yourself, right? Support yourself in this movement, stretch, all those things, right? But there's a deeper need, I feel, to honor what is holy in the real and physical moment. To be where you are in your body with other bodies as we are being right now. And we don't get to do that often enough in a way that is tactile, in a way that is where we're really feeling each other physically, right? And we know what we're up against in the rest of the world. We're up against sedentary jobs, we're up against screens. I mean, increasingly, we are being asked to be less tactile. We are asked to be less physical. We are asked to be less physically with each other. And that's problematic. That makes dance and moving together even more radical because it's even more outside of what we're being currently allowed to do on some level. I think in a country that's very much about rights, the right to have a tactile, physical experience is not enough honored, I don't think. In part, I think this because, I mean, earliest humans, what were we doing? We were hunting, we were gathering, we were making marks, we were making rhythms and sounds, we were dancing. And yet, which of these do we do least? Which of these do you do least, actually? All those things, making marks, who makes marks here? Every day, probably of some kind, even if it's a keystroke, right? Who here, right? Who here makes music? Does anyone here make music? I'm glad to see a couple hands. We ought to do that more too, right? Right. Who here is hunter-gathering? Probably not so much, but we're all working, right? There's a lot of work happening. But who here is exercising their God-given right to dance? I see a few, yes! Oh, good, keep it up. Good, because we need to. No one else is going to uphold that one for us. We just have to. And that's where the resistance, like, where is it? Is it in us? Is it something we use as resistance? Which is it? I think also that there's for me, and really this is where it becomes a personal part of my practice, is that there's a subtler, more internal aspect of dancing. We each have the capacity to think through our bodies. We think of our thinking as happening in our brains, but of course, we are so connected. Our hands are like mini brains. They are incredibly, incredibly versatile and subtle and detailed, and you can't make a robotic hand. You cannot, it has not been done yet, that is as good as the human hand. It can do as many things. Hasn't happened yet, right? Does anyone here run? Go for runs. Does anyone here a runner? Show of hands if you're a runner. Okay, or used to be, that's fine too. Anyone who's used to be or is presently a runner, okay? Anyone here who used to be or is presently a swimmer? Yep, okay. Anyone here who is or used to be a cyclist? Okay. Kayaker or paddler of some kind, river rafter type person, right? Okay. What have I missed? Did somebody do something that's kind of a regular thing that I've missed? Wow. Walking, yoga, what else? Baseball. Oh, great. Working in the garden. Okay. Skiing. What? Martial arts. Very good. Hiking? Yes. Skateboarding? Good. All right. Who here has at some point when doing these things realized that you are thinking differently while you are doing them? That you're thinking differently while you're moving. While you're moving, your brain is actually doing something different. Yeah? Next time you're doing one of these things, track that a little bit. I'm really curious about this because, I mean, my brain does something very different when I'm moving, and I think differently. I process through the things I need to think about much differently than I do when I'm just thinking and writing or thinking and typing or just sitting and thinking in a still place. When I'm moving, I think very differently. I synthesize differently. And for me, movement really is synthesis. When I was about 4 is when I started dancing in a like training kind of way. I've always danced. I'm in my 40s now, so it's like 40 years of dancing, really pursuing dancing. But I started dancing because I started with a love of music, but I loved music so much that I wanted to get like inside it. So I would play, and then I'd be so into the playing that I just stopped playing and I'd just be dancing. And that was my problem as a bassist too. I'd be up there, in the orchestra playing, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, like I can't. So like clearly career, not so much music, more dance, because I just couldn't sit still actually when the music began. It's my way of thinking, is thinking through listening. And someone asked me just recently, another fellow dancer, like, what is dance for me? And I said, for me, it's synthesis. Synthesis, and it's deep listening and responding and joining. And it's sort of matter speaking to matter. Everything else is moving. I'm just joining it. Right? It's already there. You can all do this too, not just me. And I'm now going to do something in front of you. I'm actually going to collaborate with Sam here because you all are so lucky and you have Sam and you can just show up and play exquisitely on the piano. So when I knew I had this opportunity, he said, well, what musician do you want to bring in? And I thought about it for a while and I was like, can't I just play with you? You're so lovely. I'd love to just play with you. So, weekly, sometimes every other day, I go into the studio and I think while dancing. And I'm going to attempt to not be performative about this. What I mean by that is usually when I come into a group of people and I start dancing, it's a performance. And I can't erase the fact that that's going to be like this today still, right? That's still the reality of the situation. That said, I'm going to try to do for you what I do in the studio, which is I listen and I think and I synthesize through my body, and the thinking is what you'll be seeing in a physical way. So I'm going to turn this off and take it off.
You're ready, Sam.
Oh, sorry, I've got you off over here.
That piece is Nocien 3 by Eric Satie. And though he invented the word, the thought is that the word Nocien maybe comes from gnosis, knowledge. So it's a nice piece to think through. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you. So it seems like you might need a minute.
I know. Well, it's actually more than I just need to know where we are in the service.
Oh, we're at our final hymn,
Final hymn, we are.
which is something that I don't know, and she wanted me to specifically not learn it, so that I could learn it with all of you. I believe it's another round. Or,
It is.
Yeah,
Another round.
something with 2 parts.
And in fact, some people who are here know it already, so.
So we'll use the same split, right?
We'll use the same split.
Who are my people?
Show yourselves. And who's my camp? Over here. Great, good. So this is one that may be familiar, but I've changed the words because I didn't like the words. I sang this all of my childhood and was like, what does this song even mean? So I've changed it. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put one hand up and one hand down. So I won't sing it yet. I'm just going to teach you what we're doing. Where we glide our hands this way, and then we flip them and we glide them back this way. Right? Very good. And then what you do is the one hand that's kind of left, and now mine is my right. I'm going to reach out. Remember at the beginning where we reached out past ourselves as far away as you can see, and then you pinch something way out there. You know how when you look out something far away, you can be like, I'm squishing your head, that kind of thing, right? That's sort of it. It's like there's a far away thing that you're grabbing, and then you're bringing it back to yourself so that you can start again. Back and forth. Press out and back. You just keep holding on to that thing and bring it to yourself again. Okay? You want to give me the note?
Sure.
So I'll tell you what this. So the words are white sands and gray sands. Far away island. Here in my hand. Those are all the words. Note again, sorry. Goes like this. Listen up. Yep. White. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry. White sands and gray sands. Far away island. Here in my hand. That's all of it. Okay? So after the first white sands and gray sands, then the second group begins. Let's sing it all together one more time before we do any division, okay? You think you got it?
I don't think I have all the words.
That's fine. I'll sing white sand and gray sand. Far away island. Here in my hand. Yes. I can stand up. Can you stand up? Can you? Yes, if you would like to stand up, you can. It's our final hymn. I guess, is that what you usually do?
One more time, white sand and gray
So
sand.
let's just sing it all together. You can stand or not stand as you like. The class that I teach, by the way, we all sit for part of the class, and then if people feel like it, people get up for part of the class. So we're doing this very similarly to the way. So, and if you want, I would say, give your knees a little bend, keep your feet nice and wide so you got a good stable position. And when you're doing this, you can even glide a little. It's a little Tai Chi like. If you feel like it, you can even glide a foot forward, the same foot as the hand, and then bring it back in. That's the whole thing. Let's do it one more time, just singing it all together. Know it again? Is that it? White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in my hand. Very good. You feel ready over there, Sam?
Wait a second.
Okay, I'm waiting a second. Do you all feel ready? Does it feel fairly clear? Oh, look at that. He just made it.
I was just worried about the words.
That's great. Thank you. Look at that. It's right on top of it. Do you feel like you have it?
No,
Well, let's do it again.
but that never stopped me before.
This is This is why I didn't want him to know it, so you'd be in the same boat as you. So, let's try it again. So we go. White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in my hand. Are you ready? Yeah. And I want you just to all, as we're singing this, notice the group choreography that emerges. It'll be a little like wave-like, like at a beach, right? So enjoy that also while you're enjoying the singing. Ready? You got your crew. We'll start. Yep. You guys come in after White Sand and Gray Sand. You come in as soon as we begin the far. Yep. Ready? White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in my hand. White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in my hand. White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in my hand. White sand and gray sand, far away island, here in
Awesome.
That was exquisite. Thank you very much.
So did you want to do a reverence?
I would. So at the end of a dance class, which this has been slightly, this has been somewhat of a dance class, you do what is called a reverence. And all that means is a passing of gratitude and a bow to the people who have been in the dance. All right? So it's a bit like the wave. I'm going to bow in this direction, you can bow to me, and then you're going to pass it on. So you're always bowing to somebody before it gets passed on. So it means you're bowing to a group, but I'm going to bow to this group. Thank you. And then this group is going to turn and bow to kind of the next collection, turn to those next to you and bow, and you can bow back. Good. And then you turn and bow. You pass the bow onward. Good. And let's all give Sam a bow, because that is what we always do in a dance class. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Corrie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
And if you want to do more dancing, just come find me afterward, and I'll clue you in on some times you can come dance with me. And Hannah. So, yeah.
Okay, so join me in the words to extinguish this chalice. Almost. Wait, we do it after. Okay, let's sing first while everybody's standing. I messed that up. It's not Brody's fault.
There is
Well, wait, we still have to turn the chalice off. Okay. Well, please join me in the words to extinguish the chalice. There we go. We extinguish this chalice, that it might flow gently in our hearts. May it light our paths as we leave this place. May it guide our way until we are together again. And now a pithy, wise statement from Corrie.
Everything is already moving. You just have to join it.
Go in peace. Come back next Sunday.
Coffee downstairs.